trim update. I'm gonna be working on the 40 gallon because it's overgrown. A lot of plants are starting to come up to the top of the water, and I don't want them out of the water because they dry up and die and whatnot. Strictly water plants. I've heard occasions of where they'll keep growing, but I don't know. I don't need plants growing out of my tank, so I'm gonna do some trimming for you guys, just to let y'all check it out. Excuse me while I set this camera down. I'm gonna be taking off just this top one right here. You know, normally you want to go down, you know, a good 3 notes of where your plant's growing, just so you have the additional, you know, where your leaves coming off and your roots are going to grow up. But you want 3 notes up top at least. That way you know plants are going to keep growing up. So I'm just going to take these scissors, which I cleaned in RO water, and I'm just going to go down. I'm going to go a little bit lower than 3. You know, so here's 1, 2, 3 right here. I'll go 4, 5. I'm probably gonna go about 5 down. So I'm gonna take my scissors, make sure not to cut any other ones. Slide this as far as down at the note so I can get it. Now chopping off that last leaf, which it kind of gets difficult, whatnot, but there it is. It's an angled cut. Do the trick. And here you go. I'll let you check what I got out of here. Basically, here's my plant. And a lot of people like breaking off these bottom leaves. I just keep them in there, you know, just so I can throw some gravel over the root part right there, and it kind of just holds it down until the root grows. But like I said, there's the top note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, and that's normally where you want to stay. I mean, you know, normally you can go 3, which would be like right here. You know, so you have your top exposed, but I just like to go a little bit further down. That way, you know, it's gonna grow up quicker. And basically you just take this and you find a secluded spot, which I'm gonna put it right down in here in this whole pocket. Make sure that the plant has plenty of room, and I just scoop the stem in there. Now normally I would take a small bit of the stem off. I'd peel a little bit of the stem off, but I don't find it necessary really, just for the fact of with the CO2 and in the Excel really promotes root growth. And I mean, out of anything, a new cut right there will cause it to root up. And where I just cut, I'm gonna have two plants split off of right there. So as you see the cut, I'll zoom into it now just so you can see what I'm talking about and what I did. I took that plant topping and I put it, sorry for the light, I put it right here. Boom. You know, I'll do a little bit more adjusting and find it a little bit more better spot, which I see a little pocket right there that opens up and will give that that thing a little less lighting, but they like the low light. I'll actually do that now, but also show you where I cut. And why I cut above that is just because I'm gonna have 2 split right there, and also it will probably split below it too, just kind of like how this did. This one how it grew 2 more right there after I cut it, and then the other one started sprouting. The reason why I don't have 2 plants up top here and it did that, it was because where I cut it was already growing where 2 plants were already, and I basically just chopped them both off and put them down here. I believe it was actually that right there, the double, and that's what happens. I mean, the roots just start growing crazy. So let me adjust this for you guys. I'll put back on the lens. So that we get things wet, being that my hands are in the water. And go in here. I'll readjust some things. Like I said, here, I'll show you again how it's done. Well, like I said, normally you'd take a little bit of the skin back, you know, right along here. You just take a knife and peel a little bit of skin, but I don't need it. I got an opening right here, wide enough that will kind of just do it regardless. Not really wanting to go into the ground too. It basically stuck itself in there. I like to stick it down a little bit deeper and then pull up. That way you know that things are catching. But that's normally for roots. But I like to pull up just a little bit just to make sure everything's, you know, down in there. There it is. I put that guy right there. I'll close this up. And there's my new plant, ready to grow up and start making more. Hope this is very easy for you guys. I mean, it is very easy. I hope I showed you the easiest way and the best way possible, you know, the right ways to do this. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, it just took a little bit of time, and now I have another plant. You know, add one more plant to this tank. You know, that's just going to keep growing up. And also, it gives a little bit more room up top here for fish to swim around with that plant not being there. Probably helps filtration too up top. That way it doesn't build up something on the water. You know, you get that kind of the speckling. See the speckles in the water? You know, that will eventually go away now, being that there's no plant to build up the potassium and the, you know, all the minerals that are in the water. But things are going good, as you can tell. Lots of fullness out of these plants. Couple days I'll probably end up knocking this one off too. Just let them keep growing up. That's what I've been at. These plants will be for sale soon. I just want to make sure this is fully stocked and keeps going before I start getting rid of them. But I mean, they're to the top of a 40-gallon tank, so anything under a 40, and definitely anything over 40 gallons, these plants are going to thrive. Alright, well, I'm signing out, and check out my other videos. Peace.